want you guys to hear this woman. She broke down the history of Erika Kirk, who she is, really well, and I thought it was worth taking a look at. So check this out.
So Charlie Kirk married a woman who was 5 years older than him. Erika Kirk is going to be 37 this fall. They got married in 2021, so unfortunately they didn't have a chance to be married for a very long time, but you can do the math there. She was in her 30s when he married her, and he was still in his 20s. Now, I know to like a normal person, none of this matters and it shouldn't matter, but I'm going somewhere with this, so like stick with me. Apparently, she double majored in college. She majored in political science and international relations. She
Which
played
seems like
collegiate level basketball.
majoring in political science and like international relations. That seems like I'm going for a career in politics. If I do those things, I'm going for a career in politics. And I want to be clear. I think people are projecting what they feel about Charlie Kirk and how they would feel in that situation onto Erika Kirk before we continue, because I think this is an important point before we continue. I think the sadness that the people that are like, I see sadness in her eyes, that, and others are like, I don't see the sadness in her eye, myself included. I don't see the sadness. I don't see the grieving. I seen more pain and heartbreak in Candace Owens' statement than I did in Erika Kirk's. I'm gonna be honest. When I seen Candace Owens speaking about it, I was like, she's heartbroken. And I saw it for days after that. Even when Candace was covering Charlie on her platform, I still saw in her eyes, I was like, I was praying for Candace. I'm like, yo, get some sleep, Candace. Like, you don't have to. I understand you feeling the need to be there and report. But man, take care of yourself too, because you could see the bags, you could see the sleepiness, you could see the heartbreak on Candace. I didn't see none of that on Erika Kirk. There's no point. I asked my wife about this. My wife was like, there's no point that I will be even able to smile, let alone sit still to get my makeup done. My wife was like, the 2 days after when Erika Kirk did that tribute or did that statement on Charlie Kirk's channel, my wife was like, I would have been up there in shades, my hair back, a hat on, no makeup, eyes swollen. And all my wives out there, you can imagine if your husband, this happened to your husband, you would probably be the same way. When we didn't see that from Erika Kirk, it felt weird. So, you know, to this woman's point, I think that you know, Erika Kirk did seem like she wanted a career in politics prior to marrying Charlie Kirk. And, you know, there's some history there.
Basketball. She was Miss Arizona USA and competed for Miss USA. She's worked as an actress, a model, a casting director.
She's worked as an actress, a model, and a casting director. I think working as an actress is interesting for this situation. You worked as an actress. Maybe that's why when we're seeing the videos where, you know, she's like, I forgive him, it don't seem as genuine. It's like, are you acting right now? You know what I'm saying? Check it out. I don't want y'all to just think I'm saying these things. I want y'all to really like look at it without projecting your sadness and how you would feel in that situation onto her. Right? Because a lot of us, we like, man, if that was me, you empathize from that perspective. Like, if that was me, I probably would feel like this. And so a lot of us are empathizing from the perspective like, man, this woman just lost her husband, her kids. She got to be a single mom. She's not the typical single mom, by the way. Doesn't take away from Charlie Kirk's kids not having their father. That's heartbreaking in itself. But she has a lot of support. Erika Kirk has a lot of support. But a lot of people I see projecting their trauma and what they feel about it onto her and saying, if I feel like this, I can only imagine how she feels. And you don't know that that's how she feels at all. And from what I'm seeing, it just seems weird, man. I'm sorry. I don't know what it is. Maybe she's just a strong woman. I want to shoot her some bail. Maybe she's just a strong woman, and in my spirit, I just don't see the pain, and I don't see the heartbreak because she's just so strong. I don't know. But the whole thing seems weird, and I know I'm not the only one that feels that way. Maybe I'm the only one or one of the minority that's willing to voice it. But and I understand the delicacy of the situation, wanting to be respectful to her. But look at this, man. I mean, just look at this portion here.
I forgive him. On the cross, our Savior said,
I forgive him. On the cross, our Savior said, bro. And then even when she was smiling, that clip where she was smiling with Trump, I don't have it queued up, but that clip where Trump hugged her and he was like, bro, what the hell? Trump was like, yeah. And she was like, bro, what is that? I'm sorry, what is that? So listen, kid, let's go back to the history of who this woman is, who Erika Kirk is, some of the things that we may or may not know. And I think this woman did a brilliant job breaking it down. So let's go back to her.
She has a Juris Master's degree and doctorate in Christian leadership. Apparently, when she was still in high school, she started a nonprofit, and she's currently the CEO of Proclaim Streetwear and Bible in 365, which I just signed up for. You should.
This woman is already an entrepreneur. She already had, seemingly, from what she majored in college and what she went to get her degrees for, an interest in being in politics and international affairs. She started her own nonprofit, and now she's the CEO of Charlie Kirk's nonprofit, and she's older than Charlie Kirk. She was Miss USA, or excuse me, she ran for Miss USA. She competed for it. She was Miss Arizona, according to what's being said. Like, all these things point to, I want to be in politics. So maybe that's the lack of sadness, because how could I be sad if this is what I always wanted? Just a perspective. Erika Kirk, the widow of slain right-wing activist Charlie Kirk, concluded her eulogy for him by saying that she was tremendously honored to be the new chief executive of Turning Point USA, the nonprofit affiliated advocacy organization he co-founded, Charlie Kirk co-founded, more than a decade ago to promote conservative ideology among young people. With that appointment, Kirk has been one of the most prominent figures in the country's Christian conservative movement. Charlie and I, quote, this from Erika Kirk. She said, quote, Charlie and I were united in purpose. His passion was my passion. Now his mission is my mission. Now, here's the thing. She already previously had a relationship, I guess, with Trump, allegedly. I don't know if that's public. I'm pretty sure it's public knowledge, but I'm going to say allegedly just in case. There's a relationship already there, a small one. Obviously, Charlie Kirk had a huge relationship with Vance and Trump, and he was a big proponent of getting Trump elected and doing a lot of campaigning for him. And so marriage is a business. Marriage is a business. And she's older than Charlie Kirk as well. For all my women, you guys know what I'm saying. She was older. She's older than Charlie Kirk by like 4 or 5 years or something like that. There's actually a woman, I'm going to play her another woman's video. She breaks down the history of Erika Kirk really well. I'm going to play it in a second. She knows that marriage is a business, and maybe she didn't intend. I'm just assuming and speculating right now. Maybe Erika Kirk didn't intend that when she married Charlie Kirk that she wouldn't have her own platform, or that like she would become Charlie Kirk's wife more than she would be Erika, Kirk. And sometimes that's misunderstood or that's underestimated when you get with a successful man. I've had the same, me and my wife have had to work through similar conflicts in the past, where it's like, baby, I understand like the pressure of being my wife. When we go out in public, everybody want to stop and take pictures with me, or they want to, because obviously I have a following outside. So I understand the pressure. And that could be a marital conflict. And you don't know if they were in the middle of that marital conflict with all this going on, and then he just gets killed. And then she's like, I was angry at him yesterday. How could I not be angry at him today, even though I'm hurt that he's gone? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But it does seem weird. And so when you hear about the history of who Erika Kirk is, it makes you go, this seems like a great launching pad for something that maybe this is something she already wanted to do.